day, happy life, happy journey. Hi, welcome to Walking the Path. I'm so grateful to be here, so grateful to have the opportunity to share with you today. Like, I get to do this. This is so cool. I'm so happy. And I'm really happy that you guys are coming in. Welcome. Thanks for joining. So, I want to tell you something today. Hey, everybody, I'm so glad you're here. Woohoo! Come on. I'm so glad you guys are here. I want to tell you today what's going on, one, at Rhythmia, and two, this idea of enough. Like, enough. Hey, Diego, good to see you. Hey, everybody over here in Instagram world and Facebook world and YouTube world and in the world. Welcome. So, you want to know how cool Rhythmia is? Let me just tell you about this place. There's a guy there this week that there was something up with his medical, because we're a medically licensed facility, and so sometimes something happens, and medically it might not be possible for you to drink the medicine. So he got there, and then it was that moment, right, where it was like, gosh, you can go home or you can stay and not drink the medicine. Well, this is how powerful of a place it is, and how powerful it is when we realize that what we're being served up is enough. So it has to do with the topic today, right? This young man so powerfully said, I'm not going anywhere. I came here, and whether I can drink the medicine or not, I'm going to stay. And he stayed, and he went to ceremony without drinking for the first two ceremonies. And he was so happy. He was so happy. He was so like having a great time, and just like, this is enough, right? Like, there was the idea of what it was supposed to be like, and it wasn't that. And he said, okay, whatever I'm getting is enough. And he had the most amazing time. And then guess what? The medical records and everything came in, and he was able to drink, right? Like, it's just amazing what happens when we accept what's so. It's amazing what happens when we say, this moment is enough, and I'm enough in it. And whatever's happening, something is asking to be birthed through me, right? So whether you drink the medicine or not, Rhythmia is a powerful, powerful place. When you come and you set an intention, this is the power of intention. Hey, Deirdre, great to see you. Hey, everybody. Woohoo! So all we have to do in life is set the intention. And then when life doesn't serve it up to us the way we think life should serve it up to us, we say, life, I know that you, life, goes before me and gives me what's needed before I even know it's needed. How do I know that? A good friend of mine, maybe not a good friend, a man that I have studied with and heard and listened to his teachings for many years, Brother Ishmael Teta from Ghana, said at an agape service this last Sunday, he said, life goes before you and prepares the way. Life goes before itself and prepares what's needed before it's needed. And then he used this example. Before you were born, your mother's breast had milk in it. Before you needed it, the milk was there. Before you could breathe, the air was there for your nostril. And I would say even further, if we look at nature, because nature is our teacher, if we look at nature, we can look at the seed. A seed, what is a seed? A seed is ready to be germinated, but right now it's dormant and it has this protective coating, this seed shell. And inside the seed shell is protein. And inside the protein is a metabolic machinery waiting for the right circumstances, waiting for the right conditions for that activation to occur. The protein is there before the activation occurs. Nature goes before itself. Life goes before itself and gives what's needed before it's needed. This is an old adage in the Bible that says, ask and it's already answered. There's another adage, the supply precedes the demand. And we can prove every spiritual principle in nature. So if I can prove in nature that it's true, then, and guess what? You're nature. I'm nature. We're nature. So if life, and we're alive, life is in us. So if life is in us, and there's a principle in life that life goes before us and gives us what's needed before we need it, then all we have to do is open up to the possibilities. And instead of rejecting what we're getting, that young man at Rythmia could have said, I came to drink medicine. I can't drink medicine. I'm out. He said, no, What's life asking of me right now? Life was asking for him to accept. And when he accepted what was so, it's almost like we go, I don't want to accept that because that means I'm okay with it. Well, yeah, he was okay with it. And then circumstances changed, conditions changed. And what he wanted was provided for him, but he got what he needed before. Amazing. So this is what's happening at Rythmia. Opportunities to grow, opportunities to expand, opportunities for us to realize that acceptance and surrender are the way we need to live in life. Accepting what life has, because when we're not accepting what life gives us, we are rejecting life. We're not in, if we want the principle to work for us, we have to be in alignment with it. We have to be in agreement with it. If we're not in agreement with the principle isn't going to work with it for us, right? So that's just a little bit. Every week at Rythmia, opportunities for expansion, opportunities for growth. When you, like Rythmia is there, life is there, but you and me, we have to accept it, because life's going to give us what we need, but it might not give us what we think we need. It gives us what we need. It gives us what we need for the next stage of our growth. Just like inside the seed, underneath the protective coating of the seed, the protein is already there. What's needed for the next stage of growth and development, what's needed to catapult us into our next greatest yet to be, our next stage of growth. Hey, Dave says, I hope so. Dave, I know so. I can see it in nature. I can see, we don't have to hope. This isn't woo-woo. It's science, it's nature, it's biology, right? We don't have to hope and pray. It's right. The evidence is right there. Okay, so what the topic is, enough. This came to me for a couple of reasons, right? There's a double entendre there, right? Enough. I had to say to myself earlier this week, enough of the striving, enough of the trying, enough of the comparison, enough of thinking I need more, I want more, right? I had a deep realization this week. Let me share with you. There's so much going on in Costa Rica right now. It is popping, banging, like stuff's going. People are buying property and building houses. And sometimes we go through life. I used to be this way in LA. You drive through LA, you drive through some of these neighborhoods, and there are these houses, and you're like, that house is worth a lot of money. And then there's all these amazing cars in front of the house. And you're like, I don't have that, right? And then the thought is, what you're saying, what I was saying when I would drive through there is, I don't have enough. And guess what? When we think we don't have enough, guess what comes to us? More, I'm not enough. More not enoughness comes. That's a biblical saying as well. To he who has, even more shall be given, and to he who has not, even that will be taken away. I used to think well, that's kind of messed up, Jesus. What'd you tell you want to give more to the people who have and take away from the ones who don't have? No, it's a metaphysical principle that says a consciousness of abundance, a consciousness of all my needs are met, a consciousness of I have, more I have. So what I used to do when I was driving through LA and seeing these huge houses, in LA, you're paying $1.2 million for a shoebox, right? So you want to own property in LA, good luck, right? Unless you got it. But if you don't have that, and all I drive around and saying, I don't have it, I don't have that, I don't have that, I don't have that. I mean, think about all the ways in which society is set up to show us that we don't have something and we need it. We need something we don't have. It's not just our society. It comes from Christianity. In the beginning, what happened? Adam and Eve. There's no original sin. There's just original guilt. Because what did the snake say to Eve? You got to eat this fruit. And if you eat the fruit, you'll have something you don't have now. You'll have knowledge that you don't have now. That was original guilt. That was an original guilt trip. That's all that social media, that's all that the whole marketing apparatus of our consumer economy is set up to do by necessity, is to say, you need something that you don't have. Let me fix a problem you didn't even know you had. You didn't know you needed this. Now you do. There's something wrong if you don't get it. It's so subtle. It's so subtle. And I notice it because I live out in the middle of the jungle, right? There's no billboards where I live. There's no marketing apparatus. There's just monkeys and squirrels and iguanas and all sorts of weird bugs, more bugs than you've ever seen. So when I go to the States, when I go up to LA, and within hours, there's this subtle feeling of I need to buy something. I need new clothes. I need some shoes. I need something. I'm not tall enough. All of a sudden you're like, whoa, I don't have what they have. It's subtle. It's subtle. And we think we're savvy, right? We think we know what's going on. We think we know they're trying to market to us. And so we're immune to it. Mm-mm. The marketing apparatus knows more about us than we know. All this stuff, the information that they're gathering about us on Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff. I mean, I know I'm on that platform right now, but really, this is the right use of Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. You're checking in to listen to something and to enliven yourself and to buoy yourself up. That's the right use of it. But it's set up so everybody, you scroll, it's like a highlight reel of everybody's life. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Nobody shows what the bad stuff. They're only showing the highlights, right? So there's this automatic sense of not enoughness, and it's showing up. There's all these statistics that show that young people today have higher rates of depression, higher rates of suicide, and feel less connected, feel more alone than ever before. But we're more connected than ever before on social media. But the dopamine hits that we get when we start liking stuff, it's like, oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I was just seeing someone's TikTok thing. The guy was showing is a day in the life in Tamarindo. And this one person said, I just watched this over and over. They're sitting in Sandusky, Ohio going, I don't have that. Even if they're not consciously saying that, that's what's the subtle apparatus is going. So we have to be aware. Enough of that shit. Enough of wanting and striving. And it even comes in the wanting to produce more. It's great that I and you want to produce more. We want to. I want to get a course online. I want to produce this. I want to do a retreat. You want to do something for your business. You want to, share, and that's all beautiful. What's our come from? Where are we coming from? Are we coming from? I need to do this because there's this subtle thing like everyone else is. The FOMO. FOMO is real, man. FOMO is real, and it's powerful. So. Where are we coming from? So here's where we go, enough of all that shit. And then we have to anchor into this moment is enough. I'm enough, just as I am. That's what that young man at Rythmia did this week. He said, this is enough. I came and I couldn't drink the medicine, but I'm going to stay. I'm going to go to ceremony. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm going to take advantage of everything. And he was having a great time. He said he hadn't been happier than in years, because he stopped for a moment and said, this moment is enough. Just as it is. This moment is enough. Life is giving me what I need. Might not be what I want, but it's what I need. Remember the movie Karate Kid? Daniel wanted to learn karate, and he thought he knew what learning karate was supposed to look like. It looks like I'm in a gi and I got a belt on and I'm going ha-cha. But what happened? He had to clean the backyard and paint the fence and wash the car and wash the floor and wax the car. And then he got pissed. This isn't enough. This isn't what I want. I want you to teach me how to do karate. I'm out of here, Miyagi. And what did Miyagi do? He goes, Daniel-san, show me paint the fence. Show me wax on, wax off. Whoa, right? The big move that won the whole tournament. He was learning karate the whole time. Life was giving him what he needed before he needed it, before he knew he needed it. He was giving him exactly what he needed. It's happening all the time. But when we get caught up in this isn't enough, I need more, I want more, striving, reaching, grabbing, needing, wanting, consuming, all that stuff, that's just actually putting out more of I don't have. And I'm putting out I don't have, I'm going to get more I don't have. That's the law. It's a law. And laws are laws. They're impersonal. They work for everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're doing everything right. I'm doing my practice, I'm meditating, I'm doing yoga, I'm volunteering. But if I'm walking around with a consciousness of I'm doing all this stuff so I can get what I don't have, I'm going to get more I don't have. So it's important that so it's not only enough of all of the striving, but this is enough. What I have is enough. And our worry is that if we say what I have is enough, then the universe is going to be like, okay, cool. I'm moving on to the next person. You got enough. No. If I say I'm grateful for this food, I'm grateful for this moment, I'm grateful that I have someone I can call and talk to. What I have is enough. More of enough will come to you. More of enough will come to me. Because what happened to me, this is a little thing I noticed. I didn't even realize I was doing it. I drive down this dirt road every day. And from where I live in Playa Negra to Rythmia, and people, I mean, it's like I said, it's blowing up. Everybody's building something. Everybody's buying a little piece of property and putting an Airbnb on it and building their little empire. And I was like, I got to do it. Should I take money from savings? So I should do this as an investment. It's going to 2X. It's going to 3X. It's going to 5X. I got to capitalize on that. I got to maximize that. And it was stressing me out. Thinking, and what was I doing? I was distracting myself with that instead of actually just doing my work and being of service. And I started to feel like my life wasn't enough, like I needed more. And even though I live in paradise and I walk my dog on the beach and I get to go to this place called Rythmia and work, and then after not even work, it's not work, I get to teach there. I teach every day there. And then after I teach there, I get to go to the gym and do a hot plunge in a sauna, and then go to this place, the Roots, where we eat, the restaurant at Rythmia, and eat organic foods and beautiful vegetables and sit in this gorgeous environment. And then I get to come home to my little jungle hideaway, right? I'm renting. It's okay. What I have, wow. Because I started to look at what other people had and go, ooh, I want that. I want that. It's okay to want. It's okay to dream. We can dream and want from a place that what I have right now is enough. My needs are met right now. What I have is enough. This moment is enough. That's what that means. This moment is enough, just as it is. And I'm enough in it. This moment is enough, and I'm enough in it. When we start to really believe down to our bones that this moment is enough and I'm enough in it. Thank you, guys. When we start to really believe that, the universe feels that. The universe doesn't hear us. Dear universe, I want this. The universe doesn't hear that. The universe feels I don't have. The universe doesn't hear us. The universe feels us. So we have to feel that my needs are met. We have to feel that I have enough. And when we feel that we have enough, when we feel that all is well, when we feel that our needs are met, then more of needs being met, more of our needs get met. It's a feeling thing. This is a basic fundamental key. But the important piece is that the current culture is set up for consumerism. It's not a conspiracy. It's not like one guy or one group of, maybe so, I don't know. But it's all these little entities within this larger organization that grew up as an economy. There's not one person running the American economy. It's a huge economy. There's a bunch of people participating, and marketing tells us that we gotta create a problem and solve it. That's the basic premise of marketing. Create a problem and solve it. You have a problem. Just like the snake created the problem for Eve. Eve was cool. Everything was great. And he was like, you know what? There's some more for you to know. It's over here. If you take what I have, you'll be better than you are now. That was the initial piece. That was the initial guilt. And we all suffer from original guilt. We all have it. We all have that sense that there's something better than what we have right now. Because we think if we're satisfied with what we have right now, then the universe will be like, cool, they're good. I'm moving on to the next person. Universe doesn't work that way. Universe feels, oh, there's enough there. I'm going to vibrate more enoughness. I'm going to give more enoughness. So that's one key piece. And this simple little truth is the foundation of joy. It's the foundation of happiness. And guess what? What is life worth if you have all this stuff and you're still unhappy? The greatest thing that we will ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. At the end of our lives, we want to know that we loved. We want to know that we were loved. We want to know that we gave our gifts and talents and we did the best that we could with what we were given. We multiplied what we were given. So I'm not saying, and the law isn't saying, that you shouldn't live in abundance and prosperity. But the fastest way to abundance and prosperity is joy. And joy comes from within. It doesn't come from reaching outside of me from some external thing that's going to make me happy, that's going to make me feel good. No, joy comes from within. And how do we get joy from within? It doesn't come from the world. And when we realize that what we have, who we are, just as we are, is enough, we begin to feel the joy of life, the simple things in life. I have food to eat. I have a place to lay my head. I have friends and family that love me. I can pick up the phone and call anyone and say, hey, I need to talk to you. That's what matters in life. And when we anchor into that, then there's a joy that the world didn't give us. And therefore, the world can't take it away. The joy that the world can't take away. Now, let me catch up. Thank you, Spirit. I'm listening. Okay, the fastest way to abundance and prosperity is joy. Joy. When we're in joy, we're in flow. We're in flow. When we're in flow, we're in harmony. What are we in harmony with? We're in the harmony with the laws of nature. And when we're in harmony with the fundamental principles and law of nature, the principles and laws of nature will work for us with ease and grace in a magical way. We don't have to strive. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to try. The grabbing and the needing and the wanting and the consuming and the getting and the spending and the late and the soon. We lay waste our power. Little we see in nature that is ours. This sea that bears her bosom to the moon. The flowers that are upgathered now at sleeping hours. The winds that will be howling. Great God, I'd rather be a pagan, suckled in a creed outworn, so that I, standing on this pleasant lea, can catch sight of Proteus blowing his wreathed horn, or Poseidon rising from the sea. That's William Wordsworth, 1850. 1850 he wrote that. The world is too much with us, he said. Getting and spending late and soon we lay waste our power. A sordid boon. He's saying that the gifts of the industrial revolution are a sordid gift. There's so many good things that came out of it, but we lay waste our power because we're not connected with nature. We're not connected with what we already have, the gifts that we already have. When we connect with that, when we're in harmony with that, when we're in harmony with the laws of nature, with the principles of nature, nature will work for us. Ease and grace. It comes to us with ease and grace. Opportunities, situations, circumstances mold themselves to deliver us the true and good desires of our heart. It is the Father's pleasure to give us the keys to the kingdom. All is given. Nothing is being withheld. But when I sit and drive down that road and go, they have and I don't have, I'm putting up a false barrier that something's being withheld. So the question is, how do we get into joy? Joy is the indicator of abundance and prosperity. How do we get into joy? We get into joy by being happy. How do we create happiness? By being satisfied. Satisfied with our effort. I have one of my godsons is a debater, and he was playing the violin. He played this like double Bach violin concerto, super hard. It's like a tour de force for a violin player, young high school senior. I said, how'd it go? He goes, well, I could have done better. Well, of course we want to improve, but we have to be satisfied with our effort. We have to be satisfied with our effort. there's a distinction here, finished versus complete. When something is finished, it's done, kaput, right? But when something's complete, there's more to go. So he did a great job. Be satisfied with your effort. Yes, you can do better. Yes, we want to improve, but we first have to be satisfied with our effort. Take this into meditation. How often do you sit in meditation? How often do you sit in meditation? That's the first question. Are you meditating? Are you connecting with life? Are you connecting with the flow of life within you? Not to guilt and shame you, but it's an invitation to start taking moments, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to breathe. That's it. So when you meditate and you go, I can't meditate, I got this monkey mind, all my thoughts are racing, you're saying I'm not satisfied with my effort. This isn't enough. This meditation isn't enough. This moment isn't enough. I'm not enough. And then the meditation isn't enough. Nothing's enough. But if I said, okay, I sat for 5 minutes and all I did was having to keep coming back and focusing on my breath, because all the thoughts were racing around. I had monkey mind. Be satisfied with your effort. We must be satisfied. That was complete. Now, the next time, I definitely want to improve, but I'm satisfied. I'm complete. I'm not finished. I'm complete. There's no end to meditation. There's no end to breath work. There's no end to spiritual growth. There's no end to physical exercise. There's just continuous participation. It's a lifestyle. It's the way we are. I'm constantly working on centering myself so I can remember the truth that I'm enough, that this moment is enough. I'm enough and this moment is enough. This moment is enough and I'm enough in it. I'm satisfied. I'm not complete. I'm not finished. I'm complete. I'm complete right now. And as we anchor into that truth, more and more good will come to us. More and more of the true and good desires of our heart will be given. Thank you, Lady Godiva. She's saying, I love this over here. Thank you. So Ethan, thank you, brother. Thank you. So I think, wow, we're almost at 30 minutes. Holy moly. I think that's it. That's the idea. Enough is enough. I'm enough. You're enough. Say to yourself, write this down. This is a beautiful, beautiful sentence that I heard from a lovely therapist in New York. Her name is Elaine Coker. And I was on a call with her, a group call, and she said, she gave me that saying. I was asking her a question. She goes, this moment is enough, and I am enough in it. And that one sentence was the generator of this whole talk. I'm enough. Yes. Weavance is saying we are enough. I am enough. This moment is enough. Your life is enough right now. I'm enough. You're enough. This moment is enough. Your life is enough. Yes, we want to improve. Yes, we want to ever increasing good. That's the nature of reality. That's the nature of the universe, an ever increasing good. Why? I can prove it in nature. Life is for itself. Life is always producing more of itself. Life is always taking from itself and making more of itself without ever depleting itself. That's the nature of life. Therefore, life is abundant. And you and I have life in us. Therefore, we are abundant. And if we're not feeling abundant, it's because we're not in resonance with the law. We're not in harmony with the law. So we come into harmony with the law through our meditation, through our breath work, through our movement, through our fellowship, by going to retreats, by drinking plant medicine, by connecting, by reading good books, by doing sacred study, by being in service. All the ways we can continue to bring ourselves into harmony with the law. And when we come into harmony with the law, as we get the joy within us, I got that joy down in my heart. The world didn't give it to us. The world can't take it away, but the universe, the universal mind will feel our vibration and give us more, an ever increasing good. Okay. So that's my prayer today. that we all stand in a deep realization that this moment is enough, that life is enough, that we've been given enough, and we're grateful, we're satisfied, we're thankful, we're satisfied with our effort, we're satisfied with our life. We can enjoy the simple things that we have. Let's look at all the stuff that's going right in our life and be grateful for what we have. And as we are grateful for what we have, watch it multiply. Watch situations and circumstances bend themselves in ways that you couldn't imagine to deliver you more good, more love, more life, more beauty, more excellence, more creativity, more abundance, more money. Yes, money. We got to love money. I love money, and money loves me, and money loves you, and we love love, and loves to love. Okay, now I'm getting crazy. Thank you. Blessings. See you guys next week. Happy day.